to the Centre for Policy Studies. With the continuing debate over austerity or cutting public spending going on throughout Europe, why did you feel that Estonia had to cut spending in the aftermath of the crisis, and what did your spending cuts entail?
Well, this is the first responsibility of a government to keep public finances in order and working to solve social problems, and the responsibility is not to try to replace economy, to stimulate it and to create artificial jobs. Estonia clearly defined where problems come from. They were coming from real estate and consumption bubble, which was local. They came from losing our export markets, which was international, and neither of those problems could be solved by stimulus. You can't reinflate bubble or stimulate the export market at the expense of your own social expenditure. And of course, we had a lot of structural steps to make. They are very good to be made during the crisis, where everyone understands that things have to be changed.
And spending cuts are obviously one aspect of the reforms that you've implemented in Estonia over a number of years. But we're increasingly finding out from academic research that just as important are liberalisation measures, particularly for the supply side of the economy. Tell us a bit about the sort of supply side incentives you have in Estonia for wealth creation, and perhaps policies that you've implemented since the crisis to make wealth creation easier.
Absolutely, but I have to say we didn't cut that much. We would say we made spending smarter, and we have always been trying to make our investment climate attractive, and this has been the main source of economic growth for us. And for a small country like Estonia, general business confidence was extremely important. When we cut expenditure, then we didn't cut them, for example, in education. We didn't cut investments, but we didn't cut directly pensions. We cut the increase of them. But the best way, in our opinion, was to restore confidence and to keep the public finances in order. These big reforms, which are normally considered as supply side stimulus, were already there and still made within 2 decades, but there were still things to be repaired. For example, we liberalized our labor market even more. This labor law, we cut stimulus for not working, which is a big problem in Europe. We made people to think more about finding work or creating jobs than just give subsidies. So we also made such long-run decisions like increasing pension age, which didn't have any immediate influence at all, because it will start from present increase of the pension age since 2016 only. It was a message again that things had to be changed, and try to keep expenditure in some field by using one-offs, selling some property, and because the telecommunication firm had still some 1/3 of shares.
Our own Chancellor, George Osborne, has been increasingly criticised for his fiscal consolidation plan, but we know that he hasn't actually implemented the vast majority of the spending restraint so far. When he's next criticised by the likes of Paul Krugman or Brad DeLong, what do you think George Osborne's response should be?
Well, his response should be to go on and it's very promising if he is criticized. It means British public finances are being saved, and the finance minister should never be popular during the crisis, but you should be brave and decisive, and it's glad to hear that he has become more popular.